You're back! You're back for the third video of my spiritual stories series. Signs from above. Signs that my mom has sent me from above ever since she has transitioned into the spiritual divine realm this past July 2020. Again, 2020. So in the first video, oh, by the way, my name's Miss Nicole Brooke. I don't know if I said that, but that's not the important part. The important part is, did you watch video number 1 and video number 2? In video number 1, we talked about the angel cloud keychain with the explicit message on the back. And in the second one, we talked about this Rugrats book that I found in Portland. So we have one story in Las Vegas where my mom passed away, where I grew up. The second story took place a couple weeks afterwards in Portland, Oregon, where I saw some family. And the third story has to do with this butterfly, and it happened here in Gran Canaria, which is an island like off the coast of Africa, but it's still part of Spain, where I left Barcelona to go take care of my mom, and then I had a little like American road trip, and then I came back here to Spain, but to Gran Canaria instead. So I'll have to give you the full story of how I manifested the apartment where I'm at right now, but I wanted to let you know that big things happened for me to get this apartment. The universe shifted things and just made everything just collide perfectly. And when I got to this new apartment, when I walked in through the door, there was a mirror that kind of looked like a sun, and it had this butterfly on it. It was like blue tack. At least that's how they call it in Spain, like tacky, like putty. And it was just kind of like on the mirror. And I'm like, oh, that's interesting, because I have always, always, always thought that my grandmother sent me butterflies, because the hospice center that she passed away in, 9 years ago, their symbol was the butterfly. And actually, am I allowed to take off my clothes in this video? I'm going to do it anyway. I got a tattoo for both my grandmother and my mom. So my grandmother is the blue butterfly, and my mom is the purple butterfly. My mom was still living at the time, but I'm like, Mom, just so you know, you got a tattoo for you too. And so whenever I think of butterflies, whenever they come to me, I always think of my grandma, and now I think of my mom, because my mom, coincidentally, divinely, died in the same hospice facility, the same company. So I now think that both of them are butterflies, and they come to me in butterflies. And so I moved this mirror with the butterfly into a different room so I could actually have the poster that was in my mom's bathroom for all of my life. I transported it to Spain, and I have that exactly where the mirror was. And so I put the mirror in this third bedroom that I have that serves as like a workout meditation room. And I had it right above the seat where I can meditate in. And so, I noticed one day that the butterfly had fallen off, and it was on the chair. And I'm like, okay, well, I'll just have that be its space. The butterfly can just chill on the chair there. Well, it was the night before Halloween when I was doing a lot of meditating that night. And so I went into my meditation room. I sat in the chair, did my meditation, but I realized in that moment, like, where's the butterfly? I don't see the butterfly. It's not there. But, I didn't think that much more of it. And so I did my meditation. I went into my room, did more meditation, because I'm super into meditation, and I went to sleep. And at that moment in my life, I was having a lot of epiphanies about what I want to do with my business, how I want to grow it. And so the next morning when I wake up, I get my journal, and I'm literally journaling in my bed. Halloween morning, by the way. And then I just closed the journal when I was done, put it on there, and I decided to, I was on my tummy, and I just turned around. And you know how you like stick your hand under the pillow? to kind of like comfort yourself. At least that's how I sleep. And so I was moving my hand under my pillow when I felt something odd, and it was the butterfly. And I was just like, ah! Mom, how long have you been there for? Like, I was in shock. I'm like, literally, I have no idea how this butterfly ended up underneath my pillow. Like, I literally cannot think of one solution, one way that it could get there. And so, my mom and my grandma, they put it there. I have no idea how, but I have faith in the universe that this was them telling me, Nicole, you are on the right path. What you're doing right now with your life coaching, with your spirituality, with your self work, your personal development, you are doing a damn good job. And so, and it was Halloween too. So I'm like, ooh, this is kind of spooky. Very cool, very cool. And then I started looking at it and even more in detail. And what color is it, my friends? It is purple for my purple butterfly for my mom. And when I was younger, I remember one of her favorite things to do was to take a sweatshirt or a shirt, and she would use glitter glue or like the puffy paint to decorate them. And then I looked and I'm like, this has the same thing too. And so that was me knowing that my mom was sending me a sign. And at this point, it wasn't really telling me like, hey, Nicole, I'm here to protect you and things like that, because I had had those signs already. I knew that she had made it to the other side and everything. So this butterfly sign was a message to just keep on going. You're doing a good job. And so I super duper appreciated this crazy, spooky Halloween butterfly story. I hope you guys liked it too. I swear to God, I don't know how it ended up under my pillow, which reminds me of another story. When I was in Las Vegas, I think this was my first night living or going to sleep in my childhood home after my mom had passed away. And I was sleeping and I heard a buzzing. And I was like, where's this buzzing coming from? It sounded like a fly. And so I lifted up my pillow and there were two flies underneath my pillow, alive, buzzing in my ear. And I was just like, oh my God, Mom, Grandma, you turned into flies too? And actually, the flies let me touch them.
Come here, baby. Can't fly anymore, can you?
It was crawling on my finger. And I was just like, okay. So Mom and Grandma, they show up as butterflies, they show up as flies, they show up with clouds. What is next? What is next? And actually, that's a great question to ask the universe. Ask empowering questions. What miracle am I going to experience next? This is the most amazing thing that you can do, because the universe, by law, will give you an answer. It'll give you the answer that you need. So if you guys want to follow more of my spiritual stories and follow my spiritual empowerment coaching, please give me a DM. Let me know you are there. Miss Nicole Brooke is my username, MissNicoleBrooke. And the same thing for my website, www.missnicolebrooke.com. I hope to talk to you guys soon, and I hope to hear more what you guys think about my stories. And I'd love to hear your stories too. Thanks so much. Ciao.